If you are 70 to 80 years old, 11 things you should let go to embrace a more joyful life. A journey to renewal. Letting go is more than a simple action. It is a profound journey, one that demands courage and offers the promise of transformation. After turning 70, I found myself standing at a crossroads, faced with a choice that went beyond the physical realities of aging. I could continue along the well-worn paths, filled with habits and obligations that no longer brought joy, or I could let go, shedding the unnecessary to make space for what truly matters. For many of us, reaching our 70s is an invitation to reflect, redefine, and consciously transform our lives. The years behind us have given us experiences, but the years ahead still hold infinite possibilities, not for creating something new, but for uncovering a richer version of who we have always been. 1. Releasing the need to stay busy for the sake of it. For years, my life was a rush of productivity, a constant drive to keep myself busy. Like most, I had bought into the illusion that success was tied to endless hustle, to being seen as active and engaged. Work was a badge of honor, each completed project, a small but hollow triumph. But somewhere along the way, the joy began to fade. I realized at 70 that busyness did not equate to purpose. It was often an attempt to distract myself from something deeper, from the fear of stillness. Now, I approach each day with intention. I ask myself, why am I doing this? Is this truly fulfilling? Is it bringing me closer to what I love? The moments I choose to engage in now are those that enrich me, fill me, or bring me joy, whether it's reading, taking an evening stroll, or simply watching the sunset. It's about quality, not quantity. This shift has made my days feel fuller, even if they are quieter. I am more aware now that staying busy for the sake of it was like filling a void with noise. True fulfillment comes from meaningful action, from the moments that resonate with our hearts and align with our core values. Imagine how your life might change if you worked, not to stay busy, but to stay fulfilled. What activities could you let go of that only keep you occupied but don't bring you joy? What would it be like to live each day knowing you were making intentional, conscious choices? 2. Giving up mindless spending. For much of my life, my sense of satisfaction came from acquiring things, objects that promised happiness, a feeling of reward for all my work. I would buy new gadgets, clothes, home decor, all with the hope that these things might complete an inner emptiness. But at some point, I noticed that these possessions, no matter how many I bought, never brought lasting contentment. Their sparkle faded too soon, their value fleeting. Today, I spend with purpose. What I bring into my life must add value, true value, to my spirit. A book that stirs my soul, an experience that expands my perspective, or something as simple as a cozy blanket that comforts me during a cold winter night. The fewer things I own, the lighter I feel, and the more space I find for gratitude, presence, and peace. Being surrounded by meaningful items has helped me appreciate what truly matters: the warmth of an old chair, the glow of a candle, or the laughter shared over a simple meal. Imagine how light you would feel without the weight of unnecessary possessions. What would change if your spending was tied to your joy, not a habit? How might you create a more intentional environment by only keeping things that uplift you? These questions continue to inspire me to live simply, valuing memories over materials. 3. Letting go of small stresses. I used to worry about everything: traffic that delayed me, a disagreement with a friend, a missed appointment. I let these small annoyances compound until they became a constant weight, a tension that seemed to live just under the surface. But when I turned 70, I asked myself, will this matter in a year? Will it matter in a week? Usually, the answer was no. Learning to let go of the small stresses has opened the door to greater peace. It's not that life has become simpler, it's that I've changed how I respond. Imperfections are part of being alive, and embracing that fact, rather than resisting it, has given me a sense of calm that I never had before. I realized that holding on to these minor stresses was like trying to control the uncontrollable, something that drained my energy and left me less able to appreciate the present moment. What would your life look like if you could let go of what you cannot control? Imagine the freedom of accepting, rather than battling, the small imperfections. Imagine waking up and deciding that today you will not let something small affect your mood or well-being. This freedom has been life-changing, allowing me to laugh at mistakes and brush off the little things that used to hold power over me. 4. Prioritizing self-care over pleasing others. Self-care was something I neglected for years. I felt a responsibility to take care of everyone else, my children, my spouse, my community, before even considering my own needs. There was always a sense of guilt attached to doing something for myself. After turning 70, I realized that this pattern was unsustainable. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. It's what keeps me whole, nourished, and available for those I love. Now, I practice self-care without guilt. Whether it's taking the time to walk in the morning, savoring my favorite tea, or spending an hour in quiet meditation, I make space for myself. These moments renew me. They make me more present, more patient, and more loving. I've learned that my well-being affects how I show up for others. When I nurture myself, I'm better able to nurture the ones I love. Can you remember the last time you did something just for you? How would it feel to give yourself permission to take care of your own heart and spirit? Imagine the power in realizing that by nurturing yourself, you are creating the energy and the space to be more supportive of those around you. Prioritizing self-care has allowed me to live more authentically, to offer love from a place of fullness, not depletion. 5. Learning to say no. I was once a person who never said no. Requests, obligations, social events. I accepted them all because I didn't want to disappoint anyone. But at what cost? My time and energy were drained, my own needs left unmet. After 70 years, I've learned that there is power in saying no, a power in setting boundaries and protecting my peace. These days, I say no more often. I'm selective about what I allow into my life. I choose commitments that feel aligned with my values, that bring joy or meaning. Saying no doesn't make me selfish, it makes me intentional. I realized that every time I said yes to something I didn't want to do, I was saying no to something else that might have brought me joy. Imagine how free you would feel if you only said yes to what truly served your spirit. What commitments could you let go of that would lighten your heart? Consider the value of preserving your time, of choosing how you wish to spend the hours and moments you have. Saying no has allowed me to honor my needs, to make space for rest, creativity, and genuine connection. 6. Releasing unhealthy relationships. For years, I held on to relationships that brought me pain. Relationships where I gave without receiving, where I felt small, unseen, or taken for granted. There is a sense of duty that keeps us tethered to people, even when those ties are not nourishing. But reaching 70 opened my eyes. I no longer want to carry the weight of relationships that harm me. Letting go of unhealthy relationships has allowed me to make space for those that uplift me. This doesn't mean cutting people off with resentment. It means choosing to invest my energy where it is reciprocated and valued. I have learned that it is possible to bless others from a distance, to wish them well without allowing them into the sacred spaces of my life. Imagine focusing on the people who genuinely bring you joy. How would it feel to let go of a relationship that weighs heavy on your heart? How could you make room for the connections that bring you laughter, understanding, and peace? Releasing unhealthy relationships has been an act of self-respect, a choice to fill my life with mutual love and support rather than obligation and resentment. 7. Putting health first. Health was always something I put off. There were more important things to attend to: work, family, responsibilities. But as I've grown older, it has become clear, without health, nothing else is possible. My body is the vehicle through which I experience life, and neglecting it for so long took its toll. Today, I prioritize my health. I walk in the mornings. I choose foods that nourish my body. I take the time to rest, meditate, and move. These small changes have brought vitality and a renewed sense of well-being. Without health, even the simple joys become out of reach. I have come to appreciate the power of small, consistent habits, how taking care of myself each day can accumulate into lasting wellness. What could you do today to care for your body, your mind, your spirit? How might your life change if health became your foundation? Imagine waking up each day with energy, feeling your body as a friend, a partner in this journey of life. Health is more than physical. It is emotional, mental, and spiritual. Each choice you make is an investment in the quality of the life you have left to live. 8. Tackling procrastination on personal goals. There was always time later. That's what I told myself about my dreams, my personal goals. I had time to write that book, to learn that instrument, to travel to that destination. But as I reached 70, I realized that time is not infinite, that the dreams I had put off were waiting for me now. Later isn't guaranteed. So I began. I started taking those first steps toward the things I had long desired. I started living as if time was precious, because it is. It's never too late to begin. The act of pursuing my dreams has brought a sense of vitality and purpose that makes every day more meaningful. I have realized that the first step is often the hardest, but it is also the most rewarding. The act of starting transforms fear into action, uncertainty into excitement. What is one dream you've put on hold? What would happen if you took that first step today? Could you find the courage to invest in your own aspirations, to bring to life what has been waiting quietly in your heart? Imagine the fulfillment that comes from pursuing your own goals, from using the time you have to live in a way that honors your inner desires. 9. Embracing change. Instead of fearing it, change used to frighten me. I held on to the familiar, even when it no longer brought joy, because it felt safe. But the years have taught me that change is inevitable, and resisting it only causes suffering. Now I see change as an opportunity, a chance to grow, to evolve, to experience life anew. When I began to see change as something to welcome rather than resist, a weight was lifted. I no longer see it as an ending, but as an opening, a chance for something beautiful to come into my life. Change has become an adventure, a way to learn more about who I am and what truly matters. It has brought unexpected blessings, moments of growth, and a deeper sense of resilience. What if you welcome change with all its uncertainty? How might your life transform if you leaned into the unknown? What if the things you feared losing were replaced by something greater, something that filled your life in a way you never expected? Embracing change has allowed me to live more fully, to discover new passions and friendships, and to let go of the illusion of control that kept me from truly living. 10. Valuing sleep as a cornerstone of health. Sleep was always the first thing I sacrificed, for work, for family, for late-night television. But at 70, I learned to respect sleep as a foundation of health. Sleep is when our bodies heal, our minds reset, our spirits find peace. Now, I cherish my sleep. I honor it with a nightly routine that helps me wind down and rest. And the impact has been remarkable. My mood, my energy, my clarity of thought have all improved. Sleep is no longer an afterthought. It is a sacred ritual, one that I guard fiercely. A good night's sleep makes every other aspect of life more joyful and balanced. Are you getting enough rest? What would change if you prioritized sleep as an essential part of your well-being? Imagine how much more vibrant you could feel if you allowed yourself the rest your body craves. Sleep is the foundation upon which we build everything else. Our health, our creativity, our joy. By making it a priority, we give ourselves the gift of renewed energy and resilience. 11th, letting go of comparisons. Comparison is the thief of joy. I spent years measuring myself against others, their achievements, their possessions, their lives. But no two lives are the same, and comparison only made me feel as if I was constantly lacking. When I let go of comparing myself to others, I found freedom. I began to see my own journey as unique and valuable, just as it is. Each of us is on our own path, and there is no one-size-fits-all definition of success. By appreciating my own journey, I began to see the beauty in the twists and turns that had brought me here. The struggles, the triumphs, the quiet moments, all are part of a story that is mine alone. How would your life change if you let go of comparison? Could you find peace in your own journey? What if you saw your own accomplishments not in relation to others, but as reflections of your growth, your courage, your resilience? The joy of living authentically lies in embracing who we are, in being at peace with our own choices, rather than constantly seeking external validation. Living with intention beyond 70. Letting go of these things has been one of the most liberating experiences of my life. It has allowed me to live with greater intention, to focus on what truly matters, to connect more deeply, to embrace each day with curiosity and gratitude. After 70, each moment feels precious, and I choose to spend my time with purpose. Living intentionally means making choices that align with our values, and it means being fully present. It's a process that requires continual reflection and a willingness to adapt. When I choose how to spend my time, I no longer feel rushed or overwhelmed. I am simply living in alignment with what brings me peace, joy, and fulfillment. As you approach this stage in life, or if you are already here, I invite you to consider, what are the things in your life that no longer serve you? What could you release to make space for joy, for peace, for a richer experience of being alive? The beauty of aging is the wisdom we gain, the clarity we find. It is an opportunity to live more authentically, more fully. Building a legacy of joy and peace. One of the greatest gifts of aging is the legacy we leave, not just through what we have done, but in how we have lived. When we choose to prioritize our well-being, when we let go of the unnecessary and embrace what brings us joy, we create a life that inspires others. Our children, our grandchildren, our friends, they see that life is about intention, not perfection. We show them that it is never too late to make changes that bring happiness and peace. Imagine living a life filled with purpose, a life where each day is lived as an opportunity for growth, connection, and joy. That is the legacy we can leave behind, a testament to the beauty of living with courage, openness, and a commitment to embracing each stage with grace. A life that is rich in love, in presence, in a deep appreciation of the now. Staying connected and finding community connection is essential. As we age, it can become easy to feel isolated, to drift away from social circles, to lose the sense of belonging. But community is what keeps our hearts alive. Whether it's joining a group of like-minded people, participating in a local club, or simply reaching out to a friend, these small steps build bonds that remind us we are never truly alone. Finding joy in community has been one of the most enriching parts of my journey. Engaging with others, sharing stories, laughing together, these moments have filled me with a sense of purpose and connection. I have found that community comes in many forms, and sometimes it is as simple as striking up a conversation with a neighbor or volunteering in a cause I care about. How can you stay connected? Are there groups or activities that have been calling to you? Don't hesitate. Reach out and see how your world expands. The warmth of human connection is irreplaceable, and making an effort to reach out is often rewarded tenfold. We all need each other, and we grow richer in spirit when we embrace the communities that bring us together. Living with gratitude and purpose. At the heart of all these changes is a practice of gratitude. When we are young, we often focus on what we lack, what we haven't achieved. But aging brings a new perspective, a deep appreciation for what we have, for what remains, for the moments that make life beautiful. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it is a way of living, of seeing the world. Imagine waking up each day and choosing to be grateful for the warmth of the sun, for the laughter of a grandchild, for the quiet moments of reflection. Gratitude transforms how we experience each day. How could you incorporate more gratitude into your daily life? Perhaps a small journal, noting 3 things you are thankful for each day, or simply pausing during the day to appreciate what is around you. Living with gratitude means embracing the moments we have, recognizing that each one is a gift. The more we give thanks, the more we find things to be grateful for. It becomes a self-fulfilling cycle of appreciation and joy, embracing each new chapter. The next chapter is unwritten, and that is the beauty of it. At 70 or 80 or beyond, life still holds infinite possibilities. It's not about starting over, it's about continuing, with the wisdom of our years, to write our story in a way that honors who we are. Let go of the past, embrace the present, and step boldly into whatever comes next with an open heart. We often think of aging as a limitation, but what if it were an opportunity? A chance to explore new interests, cultivate new friendships, or contribute to our community in meaningful ways. Every new chapter brings new lessons and a deeper understanding of what it means to live well. How will you write your next chapter? How can you make the years ahead the most fulfilling yet? The best is yet to come. Letting go takes courage. It's not easy to release what we've held on to for so long. The habits, the relationships, the mindsets that have defined us. But every time we let go, we make space for something better, for growth, for peace, for joy. Think of one thing that is holding you back. What if today was the day you chose to release it? Could you find more space for happiness, more freedom to live authentically? The future is a blank canvas. Each of us holds the brush, with the power to create a picture that reflects our hopes, our dreams, our values. What will you paint on your canvas? It's never too late to start over, to live in alignment with who you truly are, and to let go of what no longer serves you. The best is yet to come, because each day is an opportunity to live with more authenticity, to welcome joy, and to share love. Celebrate the journey. Life is not about perfection, it's about progress. Each time we let go of what no longer serves us, each time we make a choice to live more intentionally, We are taking steps toward a life of deeper meaning and fulfillment. Celebrate these steps. Each one is a victory, a testament to your resilience and your willingness to grow. Take time to honor your progress, to appreciate who you have become. Life after 70 is not an ending. It is a new beginning, a chapter filled with possibility, with opportunities to connect, to grow, to live with intention. The best is yet to come, not because life will be perfect, but because we have the power to shape our experience with wisdom, compassion, and gratitude. Embrace each day, live with purpose, and never stop believing in the beauty of your journey. Thank you for being part of this reflection. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts. What are you letting go of, and what are you choosing to embrace? Let's continue this journey together, living each day with purpose, joy, and gratitude, because truly, the best is yet to come.